just want to get right into it. That's a dope shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Look at us.
Yours too.
3 dope shirts, all on different people.
Is that what we can call this episode?
3 dope shirts?
Yeah.
Shirts?
Why not? I really don't see why not.
I don't see why not.
All
3
right,
dope shirts.
Brody has a fencing shirt on that says other sports are pointless.
Yeah, I used to fence in high school.
Can you give us a few pointers?
Oh my gosh.
That was terrible.
It's like I'm ashamed, but that actually was clever.
No, hey, don't diss me, man.
I know you got me because like it was like, can you show us any pointers? And I was like, oh yeah, I actually can. Oh, now I get it.
He's like, oh, now I don't want to. I got excited and now I don't want to.
All right, Jess, what do you got?
I'm wearing a Sierra Nevada shirt. It's tie-dye.
It's very tie-dye.
Speaking of Sierra Nevada, that's a brewery.
Oh, yeah.
What are you drinking, Brody?
They make drinks.
Yeah.
This is called Line and Lingles.
It's all like,
It's
loopy-loopy,
written in
loopy-loopy.
them spaghetti words that I can't read. But it's a summer shandy, and it's very refreshing and seasonal.
It's all written in cursive. I can't read it either. ADHD individuals understand
The struggle.
the struggle. Jess, what are you drinking?
I'm still drinking some Frazzle Sass that you brought for me. It's really good.
I've got my Ace High. FYI, my name is Rose. And I've got my Moon Knight shirt on today.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jess introduced Brody. Brody introduced Jess.
All right. And you did you.
And I did me.
And that's all of us.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's
Rose,
everyone.
Jess, and Brody, and that's one frame off.
Woo!
We wear 3 shirts, and we'd like to talk about movies and media and shit.
Yeah. And
So,
yeah.
Where were you going with that?
I don't know. I'm just like trying to think. And sometimes like weird history things. Mainly murders.
Yeah, murder.
Or whatever the fuck we want to talk about.
Usually murders.
Yeah, history is written in bloodshed, so, I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, it really fucking is, isn't it? It's so metal. All right, what are we doing today? I see dice.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we've got a die.
We got dice and we got a list.
Oh, Lord, Brody, what's on the list?
Oh god, we gotta pay attention to things.
So we kind of came to the conclusion that for this week there are so many timely things to talk about. So many TV shows we've been seeing and movies and games we've been playing. Instead of doing a deep dive on one, we were just going to do a bunch of shallow dives on all of them.
Yep, some are new, some are old, some we've mentioned, some we haven't.
Exactly. And then there's the time issue of how much time do we give them? And I kind of came up with the nerdiest solution, and we get a D20,
Yes.
20-sided dice.
What are we doing with the D20, Brody?
We're making a little game about how we want to talk about these. So we only have so little time in a podcast episode. The way to determine how we talk about every individual topic, we roll a D20, we'll get a number between 1 and 20, and that'll give us exactly how many minutes we have to talk about this before we move on to the next thing.
So, to simplify, Brody rolls the dice,
Yep.
he announces the number, say, of the 20 numbers that are listed, it's like
Let's
5.
say I roll a 5. Put 5 minutes on the clock.
We've got a timer, so we'll set a timer for 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And we get 5 minutes to talk about whatever topic that is.
Yeah.
That challenges the person, whoever is like the expert of this episode on that topic. You got 5 minutes to cram as much information as you can.
Mm-hmm.
So,
While rolling in a circle, I think let's give Rose the first turn.
Yep.
oh goodness.
Yes.
I agree.
Oh, and we forgot to mention, in case we roll something like a 1 on a topic we really want to talk about, we are allowed 1 mulligan.
One reroll.
We one reroll, and that's what it is. What it is.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
All right. So,
What is the first topic?
I mentioned it with my shirt. It's Moon Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I'm almost afraid.
Get a big number.
Oh,
We got so much to talk about. You better get a big number.
bless list of dice. Shit, I got 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
I got 10 minutes.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Alright, 10 minutes on the clock. Moon Knight, let's go. Okay, so Moon Knight is the Disney Plus series, the new one that just came out like last week.
Starring Oscar Isaac.
We've got 2 episodes in.
Who's Oscar Isaac?
He's fantastic.
He can play 2 characters better than most actors can play 1.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to throw a third one in there because Moon Knight focuses on an individual named Mark Spector. He's got DID, Dissociative Identity Disorder.
Yep.
Which means he has 2 alters One is Stephen Grant, and the other one is Jake.
Yeah,
I don't
the first
remember.
episode is all about Stephen Grant kind of figuring out about the Moon Knight situation.
So, like, the story kind of follows, like,
What's
him.
the Moon Knight situation?
Oh, no.
We got less than 4 minutes to talk about it.
No, we got 9 minutes. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
So Moon Knight is what we call this, basically this vigilante. He's a Marvel character. He's a werewolf hunter in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what exactly he's going to be hunting in the MCU or in the TV show, and how he connects to the rest of the MCU. That has not been clarified.
Mostly looks like he's fighting corruption, but we haven't really seen much yet.
We don't know. He's fighting another Egyptian god. Khonshu, by the way, is the Egyptian god of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And he's important because on a trip to Egypt with Mark Spector, so Mark Spector was born. He had a whole life in his childhood. He went through a traumatic event and developed 2 alternate identities. That's
Yep.
kind of how DID develops.
Yeah,
in
they
an
created
individual.
sort of like an alt.
Yeah, he developed 2 main alter identities. One is Steven, the other one is Jake. We haven't met Jake in the TV show yet, but we have met Steven, as Brody mentioned. The second episode kind of focuses on Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Mark is
Mark is the real Moon Knight. He's like
Yeah.
the heroic, like vigilante type.
he's basically a gun for hire. He goes on a trip to Egypt, almost dies. Khonshu comes in and is like, "Hey, you serve me, I'll save your life."
Mm-hmm.
So then we follow, the series picks up with Stephen Grant.
Yeah.
Stephen lives in London, and then
He really is sort of like a nobody.
Yeah.
Sad boy, nobody, low life.
I love him though. I want to give him a hug.
I love like the only person he talks to is that statue.
That guy, yes! No, he's a legit person though. He's
I know.
You know how the people pose as statues
Yeah, it's
for
like a street.
hours
It's
on
like a
end?
street performance thing.
Yeah.
Like a guy, like a man in like golden paint is just pretending to be a statue.
It's
and
really impressive, honestly.
It is,
Yeah, it-
especially if like you're Stephen Grant, and it's like you can
He's your
te-
best friend.
He's the only person that'll actually listen to you because he
Yes.
physically cannot get away from you.
He gives him a side-eyed glance though
Uh,
in the second episode. Did you miss that?
I'm banking on the idea that in like another episode he goes back to them and he just like breaks character. Like, dude, I just don't care.
He either walks away or gives him a hug.
Yep.
So, Stephen Grant, first episode, is all about Stephen kind of realizing that he's not the only person in control of the body. He kind of recognizes that he's losing time. So every time he goes to sleep, he mentions, "Oh my god, I feel like I just got in a fist fight or hit by a car."
Yeah.
When in reality, when Stephen goes to sleep, Mark takes over. Mark gets in fights all the time. And Stephen has to bear the blunt of it, which is unfortunate for Stephen. So when he feels like he got hit by a car, chances are he probably did.
From what I've actually done in terms of research on DID, that there actually is some truth to the idea of when you switch between alts, really does feel like going to sleep or blacking out and then just sort of waking up. Like,
That's interesting.
yeah.
And the TV show shows that differentiation between especially in the first episode, they do it really well because Stephen blacks out so much.
Yeah, it only stays with his perspective.
It only stays with his perspective, especially when that wall is broken. There is a wall between Stephen and Mark in the first 2 episodes. The wall is broken at the end of the first episode, so Stephen and Mark can interact a lot more.
Yeah, I do. I know you made the comment of Oscar Isaac playing 2 characters so well. The conversations between Mark and Steven, even though it's both Oscar Isaac, it's almost to a point where you can tell who's saying what because they're so different.
Yeah.
And
so
not only because one of them has an accent and the other one has an American accent.
one is British, one is American.
Yep.
No, it's literally because not only that, but body posture as well. Stephen is very intimidated. He's very timid. He's very scared. He doesn't know what's
Yeah.
going on.
Mark's got his shoulders like he's ready to fight at any second.
He's squaring up. He's like, "Steven, give me control. I got this." And Steven's just like, "Oh my god, I'm going to die."
Yeah, he's panicking the whole time.
He's-
He's just like, this is nothing. I could
But
punch the shit out of
you
this
know
guy.
what? In the second episode, go Steven,
Yeah.
because he does punch a jackal in the face. Mm-hmm. Go Steven. So
And it's not even like a like a weak hit either. He
No,
like
it's just like a solid jab.
solid like right hook at him, and he just realized he had super strength, so he must have been feeling good about it.
He's like, you know
How
what?
could you not?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
How could you not?
Which is a drastic change from the comics. A lot of you guys who know the comics know that, like, each of the individuals are
Yeah.
different. So Mark is mostly associated with the Moon Knight.
The traditional hood up, mummy kind of robes.
Yeah. And Jake, we haven't really talked about him very much because we don't know him yet.
Yeah, Jake is someone I've only heard in the comics, and I'm trying to avoid comics as much as possible.
Yeah, we don't know too much.
I want the mystery to unfold through Moon Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jake, we haven't referenced him too much. We don't know what's going on, but we do know in like the end credits of the first episode, there are 3 faces. So I'm thinking Jake is going to make an appearance at some point.
Oh, yeah.
So Steven is the Mr. Knight.
Yeah.
He's more detective. He's more,
He's got like a suit and tie kind of thing, as opposed to looking like a rugged, raps.
Yep. And we would be amiss if Brody and I didn't mention one of our greatest disagreements for the
All right, yeah, lay it on me.
Von Doom cupcakes.
Yeah, so in the first episode, Steven's making a dramatic getaway in a cupcake van.
I love that.
And yeah, it's very silly.
Why aren't there more cupcake vans?
But it on the
Stolen cupcake van.
stolen cupcake van, not his. This one apparently belongs to Von Dune Cupcake and Bakery business.
Because we see, if you pause it at the right moment, and it's just a flash in the background, Von Doom is like printed in black bold lettering on the side
which
of the...
which is the same surname as Victor Von Doom, who eventually becomes Doctor Doom.
Dr. Doom's drop.
Yep.
Universal Studios.
All will be revealed episode 4 officially.
Okay.
However, it is official. It is a thing. Marvel has gone out and said, episode 4, emoji cupcake, and then a picture of Isaac. So we know that
The cupcakes are important.
The cupcakes are important.
Pay attention to the cupcakes.
But you know what? I gotta say, if we get introduced to one of the Fantastic Four's greatest villains through a fucking cupcake
Through
van,
a fucking cupcake.
look, I'm okay because we almost got. Here's my logic.
Okay.
We almost got the Thanos copter.
We did
Oh
get
my
the Thanos
God.
copter, but it was a joke.
There's a line. Marvel will draw a line, but we don't know where that line lies.
Right, because the line is silliness. They know that there are some things too silly for what they're doing.
So the Thanos copter is a reference to the bright yellow and red helicopter that Thanos used in the Marvel comics.
Which got taken down by the New York Police Department.
Yes, exactly. And it
They just
makes
arrested
appearance-
Thanos with like handcuffs.
Yeah, they're like, this is NCPD. Thanos dropped the stones. Yeah, you got me. I guess so. I'm done for.
Oh, Thanos, you crook.
And it makes a reference and makes an appearance in Loki. Mm-hmm. 1 minute and 2 seconds.
1 minute, 2 seconds. What are you excited about? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking for the representation of DID. I'm looking forward because the actor is phenomenal. I'm hooked on the series. I've got a shirt already for episode 2.
There you go.
Holy
I love
shit.
it.
And this is like perfect for you because it's Marvel and folklore.
Listen,
That's the shirt from the show that just came out?
You
Yes!
are a mythology nerd, yeah.
look, it is.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
the wedding between my useless knowledge of Egyptology and my love of Marvel.
Yep. It's
So-
right in the middle of the
So
rose
this is going to
and
be your first
diagram.
tattoo.
Ooh.
I'm still getting a tattoo of Anubis. If I get a tattoo, it will be of Anubis.
All
You
right.
could do both. That
I
would
could
make
do
it a
both.
really cool sleeve, actually.
Honestly, I could do both.
Get
Brody,
Moon
what are you
Knight.
excited for?
I'm excited to see what the deal is with this villain. We haven't talked to him, but if you've seen Minority Report, you can already kind of guess what his whole deal is.
I love Minority Report.
It's basically the same thing. He's trying to kill people before they commit crimes, so he's kind of killing innocent people.
so
That
he is like Thanos.
Yeah.
Timer, 10 minutes. So the next topic. Do you want me to roll again?
I'll roll this time. We'll
You
go.
want to roll? Because I'm
yeah.
the only one who's seen the movie.
We'll take turns, but this will determine
What
whether.
movie?
Well, that's our next topic, and I get to determine how much time we actually spend to it. So with this roll of D20, let's do it.
Hold on. I have to pull up the timer. Go ahead and roll.
You get 1 minute to talk about Morbius. 1 minute to talk about Morbius. Are you up for the task?
Yeah, dude, don't spend any more time talking about Morbius.
Can I
Exactly
roll? Hold
1
on,
minute.
No, because it's
Ultimately,
Morbius
it's my
slash-
decision.
Morbius / Sony.
You gotta talk fast.
Yeah, you gotta talk fast.
Oh god. Okay. 60 seconds on the clock. Morbius. Listen, all you have to know, Matt Smith is amazing. Morbius, kind of a sucky movie. The last credit scene is the most important because it is Sony reclaiming their characters from Disney. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sony. I appreciate it.
Well, we still have time. Do we want to talk about how we actually got invited to a late premiere of Morbius, and then we decided, no thank you?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
35 seconds. Sony is slowly reclaiming each of their characters back from Disney, and this is one of them. In the very end credit, in both end credit scenes, you actually get to see Vulture. So Vulture from Disney, Tom Holland's Spider-Man Homecoming, I think. Homecoming, yes. He gets pulled from giant crack. This also ties it back to No Way Home. Giant crack in the sky, purple light. Vulture suddenly finds himself in Morbius's universe. I have 2 seconds left.
I'll give you one more sentence. Just tell us, was the movie good or bad?
The movie fucking sucked. However, like I said, the end credits are most important. This is Sony kind of reclaiming their characters.
But the movie sucked.
The movie sucked.
Yep.
There goes the timer.
Yeah.
Movie sucked. Andrew Garfield may be returning.
I know we're out of time, but I also think you told me after watching it, it's like, yeah, I had the whole theater to myself.
Ah! Yes, I did. It
Yeah,
was
there's a reason
glorious.
why. You know what? And so many people were like, no, it's going to be really good. People are excited about it. I'm like, no one wants to see Jared Leto in another fucking superhero movie.
I wanted to
Or
see
just
Jared
Leto.
Yeah, agreed. Like
He's not a good character actor.
Yeah, the last good thing I saw him in was Dallas Buyers Club. He was good. in
I
that.
wanted to see Matt Smith in a Marvel film.
Yeah.
And I got that.
Who's Matt Smith?
Doctor Who.
He's the doctor from Doctor Who. You know what? I'll forgive you for that.
Whatever. We're over time. We got one more Marvel thing we wanted to talk about.
And I'm the only one who's seen it. So, Jess, you have to roll for me.
Yes.
I swear to God!
11 minutes?
Do you want me to reroll?
No, you only get one. You should save it.
No, save it.
God damn it! We have to talk about fucking Eternals for 11 minutes?
Yes!
Yeah.
How do I get 60 seconds to talk about Andrew Garfield and
You just had to talk about Morbius.
And I get...
This is the point of the game.
Yeah.
This is the whole point.
It is what it is.
I have to set my alarm. Ugh, I could fill 11 minutes with Morbius and Sony alone, but I can't fill 11 minutes
That's
with
the point of
Eternals.
this game. So start. What's the opening shot like?
Shitty!
What's shitty?
Listen,
You didn't go in with an open mind.
no. If I had
How dare you not give
listen.
that movie the respect it
Listen,
deserves?
if I had to
Couldn't
pick,
say that with a straight face,
if I
could
had to
you?
pick between Morbius and Eternals again, I'd see Morbius in the fucking heartbeat. Okay?
Oh.
Really?
Yes.
That's
Wow.
The main character,
Mm-hmm.
or one of the main characters, who was the best fucking character, his name was Gilgamesh. So
Yep.
each of the characters in Eternals is named after some, like, big mythological character. We have Circe, we have
Icarus is one of them.
we
Sprite.
have Gilgamesh, Athena, who, for whatever reason, this might actually be, like, mythologically correct, or Greek, like, to a translation correct. They call Athena Athena, so
This is
I
a
don't-
cute nickname.
I don't know. We've got Sprite, the Indian guy. What's his name, Brody?
The actor Camille Nanjiani.
Yeah, he was phenomenal, by the way. He was really, his character, very well done. Quite frankly, when he ran away from the group in the first time, he should have taken Sprite
Yeah.
with him. That's just me.
I know, like, everyone's kind of talked about this, but, like, whoever's, like, the personal trainers at Marvel, the guys who made Chris Pratt not fat,
Yes,
I
they're
didn't think
phenomenal.
he was ever fat.
he was, like, funny fat.
No.
He was, like, he was
looked like
fat
a
enough to
regular
play, like, a
person.
funny character. But, like,
So-
he also turned Camille Nanjiani into, like, an absolute, like, veiny muscle man. And I'm just like,
Yes.
yeah, he's good at his job.
So, like, so the movie wasn't worth it. there are 3 things that I want to say about it. I'm just going to knock them out. We get Star Fox, which is Eros. We get the introduction of Thanos' brother. Thanos has a little brother, surprisingly enough. We get the introduction to the Black Knight, who Brody and I were talking about earlier. The Black Knight is a villain who kind of squares off against the Avengers.
Right.
But the character and the actor, I don't even remember either of their names. They end up like dating Circe. He has this whole thing against his uncle. Circe is like, hey, it's the end of the world. Go make amends with your uncle because you've been wanting to forever. He goes to make amends with his uncle to find out that his uncle was a villain. The Black Knight. In the comics, he finds out that his uncle was the Black Knight, who is a enemy of the Avengers.
Right.
Becomes the Black Knight for the first time and goes out for like a ride on his horse. He has a horse. And the
Cool.
Avengers...
Oh, he's a Black Knight. He's got to have a horse.
The Avengers freak the fuck out, go and attack him, and he is literally like, whoa, time out, stop,
you got the
hold
wrong
up.
guy.
You've got the wrong guy. I'm not my uncle. They have a sit down with him, and the Avengers are like, oh, sorry, dude, we thought you were your uncle. And
You
he
were
goes,
the Black Knight.
You were the Black Knight. And he goes, no, I totally get it.
Yeah.
I understand.
Like, I would have
That-
done the same, but
I
like,
would have done the
come
same,
on, man.
but
I'm not my uncle.
Not me, dude. That's not me. So we get the introduction of the Black Knight, and then we also get the potential connection to Shang-Chi, or however way you want to pronounce it. I can't remember. Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings.
Yeah.
Because in the very end, you know how Marvel does like illustrations in the end credits before the end scene, the credit scene?
Oh, yeah, they always have like a little sequence.
So if you pause it, there is an illustration by Hephaestus. So he's one of the characters, once again, a mythological character brought to life. The guy's name is Hephaestus. He likes to build, and one of the illustrations is of one of like the things that he built
Is it the 10 rings he built?
eerily resembles one of the 10 rings. But it's broken apart and it actually shows you the diagram of what the 10 rings look like inside.
I kind of like, just to sort of like divulge, and this does actually kind of go back to Moon Knight, I just kind of like how Marvel's kind of like leaning more towards, let's do more supernatural stuff.
Yes.
Like, we've done sci-fi stuff for a while, but we can go really
Well,
into
Thor
the
is
magic and the
supernatural.
godship of everything.
Thor is almost supernatural, and especially with Moon Knight, it's almost supernatural because we have the introduction of the gods. One thing that I didn't get to say about Moon Knight was it follows Egyptology. It follows like the Egyptian mythos, where gods can't like interact with their physical world
Yeah.
unless they have a host. Yeah, and so we're kind of straying away from technology into the mythology, which is really cool. But we're also bouncing back from the mythology back into how mythology influences the technology. So Hephaestus is the Greek god of
The craftsmanship.
craftsmanship. He's the blacksmith of Olympus. So showing a potential, what potentially looks like the 10 rings, and saying, hey, look at this, it's all technology. This is something Hephaestus made, is a potential connection. We also get, speaking of Thor and Loki, and like all of the Avengers,
Yeah.
Camilo,
Kumail Nanjiani. You were telling me like he
His
just has like a
character.
quick line where he's just like, "Oh yeah, I grew up with Thor and everything."
yeah, I grew up with Thor. Thor was like a cute kid. He loved hanging out with me. And now that he's an Avenger and a big guy, I don't see him anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
That's just more like a fun line.
that's a fun line.
It just kind of shows that like they know of the Avengers, but they're not like tight with them.
I mean, they even pose the question, who's going to lead the Avengers now that Captain America and Tony
Yeah,
Stark
it's
are
kind
dead?
of broken up now.
Yeah, like this comes after Endgame, and it's posing the question of, hey, who's gonna lead them, right? I don't know where it's gonna go from here.
Yeah, I was about to ask if there's anything else that really ties into like the grand scheme of the MCU or.
I'm really interested to see where they go with Star Fox, Eros, Thanos' brother. Honestly, I don't care for the Black Knight, mainly because he's not been on my radar, and I had to look him up. They're like, oh my gosh, this sword and blah 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 in the end credit scene, the second end credit
Yeah.
scene. And I'm just like, who the fuck is the Black Knight?
Who cares?
Yeah,
about the
that's
Black
what I'm
Knight?
thinking right now this entire time.
Like, who cares? I don't.
I'm sure at a certain point Marvel's gonna have to start picking like more obscure characters to surprise people.
But honestly, like, Moon Knight was not on my radar, so
Yeah.
I gotta say, pick all the obscure characters you want.
That's
I'm
kind
here
of-
for it.
Yeah, I like kind of like that, like picking people I don't already know, like the whole deal of. Like I know
Yeah.
Captain America's deal, I know Hulk's deal, I don't know the Black Knight's deal.
I don't either.
Surprise me.
Yeah, surprised me. I didn't know Moon Knight, and quite frankly, I didn't care until they released the first episode, and I kind of did some more research. Fucking love it. I have a shirt for it.
You did buy the shirt.
I did
Bought
buy the shirt.
You're so susceptible. to
Next
marketing.
week you're gonna have the
Yes,
shirt
yes, I
and the
am.
hat
And a hat, maybe, if they...
and the socks and the Moon Knight shoes from Nike, who's also a god.
That's
Nike-
true.
Oh, yeah, Nike is a god.
Good call, Brody.
Nice. Well done.
You paid attention in
Um,
class.
I've got 3 minutes.
Uh,
Questions about
Who's Angelina
Eternals.
Jolie in it, and how is she?
in Eternals,
Yeah, she's in Internals.
She was okay.
was it really a bad movie or was it boring?
It sounds boring.
It was both, a little bit of both. If you if you want to learn more about like the Eternals and how things are made, or like how things go for them, fine.
Yeah.
But like character wise, the main characters kind of sucked. Like I said, once Gilgamesh was killed halfway through, it's not worth it. Icarus, like the legend says, he literally yeets himself off Earth into the sun because he's like, oh, I feel so guilty, I picked the wrong side of things. I'm like,
Very dramatic.
bitch, you can feel guilty all you want. You can like redeem yourself.
Nope.
You don't have to
just
throw
go flying
yourself
to the
into
sun.
the sun. You don't have to throw yourself into the sun. Also, Cersei and him had like a romance.
We've all been there.
Like he had a romance with Cersei, and if Cersei really loved him, she would have been like, hey, you're not taking your ass anywhere. Even though we broke up, I still care about you. We're in this together. You can feel guilty. I will help you through that guilt. Not just like let him yeet himself into the sun. Like fuck them both.
So, would you recommend it? Would you recommend Eternals to anyone who really wants to watch all the Marvel movies?
You can read a summary, but the end credit scenes are important, especially since I don't know where they're gonna go with the Black Knight.
Okay, but I don't know. I feel like there's like a lot of people who want to watch all the Marvel stuff, but then they
Just
find some
fast
stuff where they
forward
just
through it.
don't want to.
Literally, put it on, hit the fast forward button. You can get a great summary of what's going on.
You just watch like ×2 speed, so it's like 1 hour of just Chipmunk Eternals,
Yeah, pretty much.
and it's like, all right, I get it now.
I mean, that's all you need to do.
Cool.
Jess, do you have any questions?
No, like, cause like I'm sorry, I just have like no interest in ever seeing this movie.
Yeah. Other than
That's another thing,
I watched
like-
it out of pure boredom.
I like,
Ooh.
you know what?
Did it help?
I'd rather
No.
just not
It
do
made me
that.
more
Yeah,
bored,
I do
actually.
other stuff. I have an infinite number of Steam games I haven't opened up. I would go do that.
All right, boys, gals. It is 21 seconds. Brody, what do you have?
I don't. Why does it look darker and muddier than usual? Like I get it if they just want to stick out, but this kind of just looks
They
gross.
just wanted to stick out.
It's kind of like when I saw Solo with Ron Howard, and I was just wondering, like,
Yes.
why does it look like the screen is dirty?
Because space would be dirty.
Dirty space.
Space is dirty. You didn't know that?
There's no dirt in space.
It's dirty.
Would it be called Earth still? All right. Rose, it's your role now.
I know the next topic.
I know.
So let's hope I get a good one because
I-
both
I-
of you love this
I
topic.
beg of you, please.
No.
What is it?
19.
19.
Yeah.
Shit, both of you. Hold on, let me get my timer. Set it for 19 minutes.
19 minutes on the clock to talk about the most recent part of the final season of Attack on Titan. Are we started?
All right, timer is going.
I am not up to date on this season, so I'm very excited right now.
But like, we've talked about this a lot throughout the whole like entirety of the show. We had like a whole series wrap up before the end. What we thought was going to be the end,
Yeah.
Wait, hold on a minute. It's not the end of Attack on Titan?
No, not yet. It's still the final season. This was
What?
part 2 of the final season. The next part comes out 2023, sometime next year.
Part 3 of the final season?
Yeah, they're really stretching it out.
I swear to God.
But they set it up now where it's like the only thing that could really happen would be like the big climactic thing.
What's the climactic thing?
So remember Aaron and how he was going to start the rumbling?
Yes.
Yeah, and how he got his head blown
Oh
off?
yeah, we showed you that clip. Aaron
Yeah,
gets his
yeah,
head
yeah.
straight up blown off.
Yes.
But he catches it like a football. He's
And
still...
then like his half brother
Brother.
catches it, and because he has royal blood, they meet God. God is
a little girl playing in the sandbox,
yeah,
right?
and she makes the Titans out of
Ymir.
sand.
Ymir?
Ymir is her name.
Ymir is her name. I love that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And then it's just like Ymir and Aaron meet, and it's just like, hey, I could just end all this, you know? And then she's just like, I give
she's
you
like,
approval.
yeah, let's do it.
Do it. Let's kill everybody.
Fuck 'em!
What?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
We're paraphrasing majorly, but
No, I would say we pretty much simplified it. Aaron, his whole plan all along was to use the gigantic titans in the walls that are 60 meters tall and kill everybody on Earth with it
Okay.
that aren't Eldian.
that aren't Eldian.
But he's still killing Eldians.
Everyone
yeah.
that's not on his home island,
Okay.
they're all getting dead. He's gonna unalive the whole world except for his friends.
Which, like, in any normal other country would be just super detrimental, but they've been isolated from the world for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
For them, no.
What happened to the things in the wall?
The Titans?
Titans in the wall.
Oh, they've started
They were all
smashing everything.
extremely. They're, I think, bigger than the Colossal Titan or the same size. There are a ton of Colossal Titans.
Yeah. And
Wait, there's more than one colossal titan
they
now?
were all on the wall.
What?
No, but they're not, like, piloted by humans, I don't think.
No, these are all just like
Oh.
mindless, like.
I mean, they are
tools.
humans, but...
What?
But anyway, he's just like taking this pretty much army of giants over all across the world, saying he's just going to kill everyone.
Yeah.
And then all of his friends, who he kind of burned bridges with, is just like, all right, we just got to kill Aaron. There's nothing else to do.
I would have come to the
Aaron,
same conclusion, honestly.
He's just,
R.I.P.
he's off his
Aaron.
rocker.
you better run, boy, run.
I mean, yeah. And then the whole thing after that is just like continuing just how this show represents how shitty some human beings can be. There's Flock and the Jaegerists who've kind of taken over the government, and they're just like, sweet, Aaron's gonna kill everyone. That's amazing for us. Let's celebrate. And then like
What?
the whole thing is just like, no, you fucking idiots. This is the worst thing possible. This is the most discriminatory thing possible. This is heinous. It's worldwide genocide. It's murder in the billions. And it's just like, I mean, it works for us, though.
Yeah, exactly. Like, we have the power to do it.
All right. I have one question.
Yep.
What is going to happen in part 3?
Oh, they gotta kill Aaron. Like, the whole
Wait,
thing now
did
is...
Aaron come back from the other realm?
Yeah, he's...
How did I am not caught up.
Okay, so, like...
Fill
Aaron,
me in on the last, 3 episodes.
so we've only really seen Titan in his form... Aaron in his Titan form as the fight Titan, the attack Titan, that is. But it is based... This is the Titan for fighting.
Okay. The fighting titan?
Fighting Titan. That's Aaron. This is him as the founding Titan, which is just like a giant centipede of a rib cage.
Oh, so he can change how he presents himself.
Yeah, or at least he has this form that controls all the little tiny Titans.
Wait,
tiny
hold
to
on,
him,
hold on,
giant
hold
to
on.
us.
He is a centipede?
Yeah, like imagine a rib cage that just goes on forever
Ugh.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
and
That
make a
is
centipede out of that.
terrifyingly interesting.
Oh, it's
yeah.
it's grim as fuck.
Are there any new titans that we haven't been introduced to?
Oh, right, I showed you something a little interesting. The character Falco
Falco!
inherited the Jaw Titan.
Yes, he did.
And instead of traditionally getting a big bony face, he got a big bony beak.
Wait, what happened to the original?
Oh,
Jaw
right.
Titan.
So the giant monkey man.
Yeah.
The giant monkey man. The giant monkey man who's good at baseball.
Yeah.
You remember the giant monkey
Yeah,
man who's good
yeah.
at baseball.
Yeah, of course I do.
So the giant
He's
monkey
a giant
man.
monkey man.
He's a giant monkey man who's good at baseball. You're never gonna forget that ever.
No.
No.
Anyway, Zeke, he releases his scream, which turns everyone into Titans, including the little kid Falco.
We got his spinal fluid in his mouth.
He's just been getting the shaft of everyone else's problems this whole season.
Oh,
Yep.
poor kid.
Poor kid doesn't deserve anything. And in order to save him and make sure that he goes back to living a human life, the person Peak, right, who controls the current Jaw Titan at the time,
Yeah.
sacrifices himself to get eaten so that way Falco can, just be human again.
Yeah, but then don't... Okay, so once you consume a Titan, don't you have a time limit, though?
You have 13 years to live.
Yeah, and how old is this kid?
Oh, like, I don't know,
Around the
12-ish?
same age as Aaron when he was injected with serum.
But he was turned into, like, one of the big, giant, dumb Titans, which is, like... That's just the only way he can think to reverse it.
Yeah. Like, it's not like he wanted to turn this kid into a Titan. It was the only way to give his life a little bit more length.
Human-like. More human-like. But there was another character that I don't think we talked about, Connie. So Connie, like, in Season 2, discovered a Titan that looked exactly like his mother. At the time, we didn't know what to make of it, but now it's pretty obvious that Zeke turned his mother into a Titan.
What?
But a Titan that's, like, has such a big body but so little limbs that they can't move.
Yeah.
I've got a big head and little arms.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. And it's just, his mother is a Titan who, like, just lives laying on her back, unable to really, like, move.
That sucks.
It really does suck. And he has, like, this connection. It's like, oh, shit. Here's a little kid who's like a extra life for any Titan that eats them. I'm gonna steal this kid and go save my mom.
What?
Yeah. Very much like not something you would expect from someone who's supposed to be like such a lighthearted protagonist of this otherwise very morbid show. But it leads to a very interesting scene where Armin offers his life to be eaten by the mother instead of the kid. And ultimately that just kind of shows like, hey, I'm willing to fucking sacrifice and kind of show you that you're up to some bullshit right now.
What?
Hey, you know what we should touch base on just a little bit is like, everyone's simping for Armin, man.
Armin knows what to do. Like, he's smart. He's smart.
He handsome?
He's strategic. He's
incredibly
handsome. So fucking, he's amazing.
He looks like he's like should be in a boy band
Yeah.
in the 90s.
So, as of right now, Levi and Hanji are okay. There's another cool scene that I liked where it was between, I can not remember the character's name completely, but one guy's name is Keith and the other guy is General Magatha.
General Magatha.
Try and come up with a cooler name right now.
Yep. General Kenobi.
Not even close. Anyways, General
Grievous, like despite what he looks like, that's a cool name.
That is a cool name.
But anyways, General Magatha.
Admit it, Brody.
I will not.
Admit it.
I will not. We're moving on. We don't have much time. General Magatha and Keith were two people who played the same role on a different side of a war. They were both people whose main job was to sort of recruit these kids into a military program that 99% of the time gets people killed, but in a short way kind of like secures the safety of their country or homeland. And then that's just like their whole idea where it's like two people on the same side of a different war kind of meeting together and realizing just what that role means and how they fucked up and how they can be together now and basically sacrifice themselves for the people they tried to bring up. It's way more emotional than I'm really like able to describe it as.
It's true. Mm-hmm. Now what's going on with Mikasa?
Mikasa, so good at killing people. Because like at this point...
She's an Ackerman.
She's an Ackerman. That's what she does. She loves killing.
Oh! Please tell me what happens with Levi.
Oh, Levi's okay.
Oh yeah, what happens to Levi?
Yeah, he's okay.
Hey!
Is he killing a lot of stuff?
Oh no, Levi's he exploded. Levi's still like not quite himself yet. After
So he's still recovering.
he's recovering.
Okay.
It takes a while to recover after you literally fucking explode.
I'm
Oh,
so
wait.
grateful that
So
he's
is
fine.
Levi recovering with that chick?
Yeah, Hanji.
Hanji's
Hanji.
amazing.
And one cute little detail is that Hanji
They-
lost one of her eyes and Levi lost the other eye. So it's like they got
They're matchy!
They're each other's eyes.
yeah.
They're
They're gonna
matchy.
fall in love.
If they, of course
I
they
don't
Oh my
know.
god! I want that to happen for Levi. He needs it.
Can Levi actually like not as a diss to the guy? Can he actually fall in love?
Yeah.
I think he just like tolerates people to the point of it.
That's
No.
maybe me being arrow or aromantic.
I think no.
Yeah.
I think like living in that time with what his job and responsibility was and what he saw on a regular basis.
I'm sure like if they do
Then would that not be the Nightingale syndrome?
I'm sure like it's more like a case where if we actually do end up living through this, why not be together?
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah. We're
The
probably
classic
going to die,
anime
but
war where it's like we both live through this, or one of us dies and so will the other. But if we both live, we get married.
if
and
we both live
everything.
through this, then it's like, what the fuck else are we going to do?
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
So now the crew is all of the remaining Titans, all of the remaining Scouts. Gabby's still tagging along, I guess.
Gabby.
Yeah,
Gabby's
Gabby,
a
the
fucking
little
badass.
kid who shot Aaron's head off.
Yeah. Okay.
All of them are going to. They got a plane. They're gonna go fly over to Aaron. They're gonna try and kill him. And it's just like they're literally the last remaining heroes the world has off to go save the world. It's pretty fucking sick.
So it's like a typical apocalypse.
I don't
story.
want them to kill Aaron.
I mean, they're probably.
Aaron, strictly speaking, he's already been killed.
I mean, like he's definitely
And
done
strictly
villainous
speaking,
things.
at this point, he's immortal.
But if not kill him, then like save him from himself. I think they're probably gonna do that. It's anime. They got to use the power of love.
It's the power of love.
I don't think they have to.
No.
Who needs the power of love when you
Some
have giant
characters-
swords and Titan powers?
Well, some
Levi?
characters just don't have good endings. They're probably gonna kill him, like Light Yagami. Like
Yeah.
it just
Oh, yeah,
happens.
Light,
and
yeah.
there are a lot of parallels between both of them.
Death Note and
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
Sorry to bring it back to Death Note, guys.
It is
Of
what
course
it is.
we have
I've been looking at my
to.
L tattoo this entire time.
It's phenomenal. It's beautiful. I love it.
But yeah, no, I'm still waiting for them to just fucking end it.
Oh, okay.
So it's not even
Last
over.
thoughts.
That's so annoying.
I was
Last
ready for it
thoughts.
to end.
I wanted it to end.
I was very much ready. Like I was prepared to watch the big climactic finish, and it's just like, next year.
Is the manga finished?
I think the manga is finished.
So, have you read the manga?
No, and I don't want to.
I don't. It's a lot to get. It's a lot. It's long.
I prefer
Okay.
the television medium.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Not to
then.
be like I just don't want to do books.
No, that's completely
But I just figured like the way
Some
that
people...
the way they would animate it and the way I would see it on TV would probably hit me harder.
Yeah. No, I understand. I just asked because, like, sometimes the anime follows the manga so well that when the manga ends, that's the ending that the anime has.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering if you had known, like, how the manga...
No spoilers.
No spoilers. But
No
I will say it's
spoilers?
probably a good thing that they're not rushing an ending.
Wait, this is one frame off and we're not doing spoilers?
Not for me.
Not for me. Like in my enjoyment.
I'll spoil anything for anyone, but don't spoil things for me.
Alright, 3 minutes, 44 seconds.
Fuck. God, why do we have so much time for this? We had a whole episode on this.
I'm so fucking hungry.
We have Kit Kats.
No, I can't eat any more chocolate.
We can just eat for the last 3 minutes.
I mean, is that what Titans do?
It would be
They
fitting.
can.
It would be fitting. Alright, let me ask a question. The scouts, the rest of the scouts, who are the remaining scouts?
All right, so John and Connie are still there.
Okay. What are they doing?
They're best.
That's true.
That's
Like they're the ones that aren't Titans. They're just like really good at killing with swords.
So wait, which scouts are Titans and which ones are not?
Armin's the Colossal. We know that. Reiner's still there. They brought back Annie, who's kind of been on the bench since season 1.
Who the fuck is Annie?
Yeah, so like she was about to get eaten by Eren while in a big Titan fight. and then as a safety measure was like, I'm gonna harden myself in this giant cocoon of crystal.
Oh no, you've mentioned Annie before.
Yeah.
The crystal.
The crystal
the
cocoon.
Crystal.
Yeah. And basically, she's just been in a coma.
Has she woken up yet?
She woke up.
Oh!
Yeah. And
What?
she
The
crawled.
wall broke.
When the wall broke, she woke up?
When the wall broke, it kind of undid all the hardening power.
Ah.
So she got out of the crystal cocoon. Turns out she was actually like semi-conscious the whole time.
So she knows what's going on.
Yeah. That and Aaron just televised a big telepathic message
Okay.
to every Eldian being like, hey guys, you're dead. I'm Aaron, by the way.
I love that. Hey, you're dead. FYI, the messenger. My name is Aaron.
Yep.
1 minute and 31 seconds. Jess, do you have any more questions? Around your pretzels.
No, I don't. There we go.
All right.
Yeah, there's the alarm.
That's it. Next role is another thing that's near and dear to Rose's heart. Markiplier in space.
Oh my god!
You're a big Markiplier fan. Let's see how much time you get.
Oh my god. Okay.
3.
You know what? That tracks. No,
Let's do it.
I can do this in 3.
3 minutes.
Markiplier in space. So basically, this is a follow-up to Heist with Markiplier. If you haven't seen it, it's a very interactive, like, YouTube experience, strictly to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you watch one YouTube video. Basically, you can do one of 2 options. You can go
it's
blow
choose
up-
your adventure style.
Yeah, choose your adventure. Black Knight or Black Mirror, not Black Knight.
Yeah,
Black
like they did
Mirror
with
this.
Bandersnatch.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sucked.
I like this. I like this kind of style of interaction, though.
It's a very interesting medium.
I thought it was cool. I liked the design and the aesthetic of everything, but ultimately, I just found the endings very unfulfilling.
I could see that. Well, I think like they wanted some good endings and some bad endings.
Well, yeah, absolutely, but not even like I needed
gotta
a
work
good
for the
ending.
good ending.
Yeah.
You want it to be a good ending, you put in the work.
There should have been 2 over-the-top ones.
All right.
This one's got a few great endings. One that I didn't expect is literally you just yeet yourself out of the spaceship. So in Space with Markiplier is literally like you're on a spaceship, you're the captain, and the choices that you make kind of define what fate your crew and the ship face.
Okay.
And it's a follow-up to a Heist with Markiplier, which is basically the same thing, but you're robbing a museum. This is part 1, apparently. The video has been officially changed from In Space with Markiplier to In Space with Markiplier Part 1,
All right.
which is insane. Because you can yeet yourself out of the ship at least like 10 times.
But like the actual video experience itself, is it supposed to be just like a comedy, or is it like
It's comedy.
okay?
But it's so well done because like all of the actors that you recognize are strictly YouTubers.
That's cool.
So
He's
there
probably
aren't-
tight with all the people there, like
Yeah,
in the
no,
network.
It was filmed in Austin, Texas. The first one, The Heist with Markiplier, was filmed with Rooster Teeth. If you're not familiar, go please check out their content. They're amazing. The second one is just strictly with Mark and his friends. And it's so well done. Like cinematically, if you put all of the videos together in one canonic playlist, it will play like a movie.
Yeah.
It's so well done. I love the acting. The jokes are on point, as always. I mean, it's Mark.
He's a funny man.
What
He's a cool
else? What else is there to say? There's 15 seconds.
I don't know. I just think about like the general medium of the choose your own adventure video thing.
I like it, and I wish more people did it.
Me too, but I can only imagine it's such a nightmare to actually make.
It may be a nightmare, but it's worth it.
In some cases, like it.
Brody, finish your thought.
I'm just saying, like it's easy to do for a book, but actually like having like a whole movie shoot based on like any possible outcome, that's probably got to be exhausting.
Yeah.
I'm sure to write it, though, would be exhausting as a book as well.
Oh yeah, but like, you know,
Because, like, you would have to explain to the reader, like, yes, if you want this ending, read this chapter, or read this chapter. And it's like you wrote an entire
So it's like
chapter.
flip to page 32.
they write
yeah,
like
it's
5
always-
different books for one story.
Yeah, and then it's like, people don't read half the story.
Yeah.
And it's just like, when they flip
But done
the
right,
page-
it works.
Yeah, I mean, when you flip to page 32, are you actually going to read page 32, or are you just going to skip to the end?
No, I read it and go to the next. I love Choose Your Own Adventure books. They're great. I read them all the time as a kid.
Yeah?
Yeah. They're fun.
If you read them or watched
It's
them
like an
before-
RPG video game book. Okay? Of course I fucking read them.
Want to go to the next roll?
Yeah.
Whose turn is it now?
Jess's.
I'm gonna roll for Brody.
Yeah.
Oh, 17 minutes.
You sure?
No, I'm re-rolling.
All right.
Oh,
1 minute.
1 minute? All right.
Oh, shit.
The loudest scream you've ever done yet.
We are all so mentally stressed out from this.
All right. I have
how the tables have turned.
1 minute to talk about Atlanta.
60 seconds on the clock, Brody, starting now.
All right, season 3 of Atlanta came out, and if you haven't watched it yet, or any of Atlanta, you're really missing out on probably one of the best surrealist TV shows ever. And season 3, like, really, they just know exactly what they're doing. They know, like, they can just go full into things now, so they're just getting at it. I've only seen the first 3 episodes as of watching this. There was one funny sequence where it was the rapper Paperboy in a Dutch jail, and it's just him like talking to it, like he's ordering in room service, and then when they pay his bail, it's like, hey, can I just get 10 more minutes in here? I just want to take a nap.
So is Atlanta a comedy?
It's a comedy,
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
it's
a dark dramedy.
dark dramedy is a better
Oh,
word for
okay,
it. It's
okay,
all
okay.
about just rap, hip hop, and just like the lifestyle of it all from a more honest opinion of like Donald Glover playing the actual guy's manager. And I've also heard that this current season is based off of Kanye West. It's based off of Kanye West's Graduation.
I was going to say, Graduation is a great album.
Graduation is a great album, and like I'm hoping it translates well here. And what's my time?
Now.
Sweet.
Wow!
There is no need to actually have the timer going off. We've heard it enough.
Yeah,
That's amazing,
All
Brody.
right. That's my minute.
I get to roll,
Mm-hmm.
and I get to roll for Brody. Can I have the dice?
Yes.
I don't know where it went. I get to roll, Brody. We're talking about, what is it? Severance?
Severance, yeah.
Yep, 15 minutes.
15 minutes to talk about Severance. Can I pee first? I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, no, go. No, Brody, you can't pee.
God damn it.
All right, 15 minutes, starting now.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and take my time with it because it's a lot to explain and, you know. The basic idea of Severance is a show on Apple TV. It's for a bunch of people who work at a corporation known as Lumen. And they operate with the system known as Severance, where they put a microchip in your head.
Do they sever your head from the body?
No. They sever something worse. Basically, when you go to work,
Okay.
they, almost in a way similar to dissociative identity disorder, they just turn you off and bring your memories to a new person.
Wait, hold on. They turn off your body?
Yeah. So you have a person outside
Okay.
and they're just like your usual person. But when you go to work, the chip in your head activates and you just
You're a completely different
dissociate to a different person.
person. What?
So the main person is played by Adam Scott, who, you know, you've probably seen him from
Yes,
Parks and Rec.
Oh my god, I
Parks and
really
Rec,
want to watch
yep.
this show.
And the whole shtick is like this big mystery of like, what does the company actually do? And so like people on the outside are just living out these miserable lives and don't know what to do about it. And as soon as they go to work, it's just like more mystery surrealism as to what is actually going on. Like, what are they actually doing? Their job is to go through numbers and delete the scary ones.
How are numbers scary? I mean, 9, 8, 7.
Sometimes
but
they just
like,
are scary.
I get 9 is scary because it 8, 7.
The
so.
work is very vague, and I think they do that intentionally.
I like that. I appreciate it.
Because the season 1 just ended like yesterday, and I saw the finale of it, and I still have no idea what the actual company is.
It sounds really interesting. I want to watch it.
It sounds like they're probably up to some seedy shit and have to encode everything.
So what kind of world is Severance set in? Is it like dystopia, sci-fi?
It's sci-fi, kind of like real life, but sadder. Like this could, like it is sci-fi, but it could easily take place in like modern day in terms of like society.
Okay.
But the main reason why our main character, known as Mark, he gets the operation done and takes a job with Severance because his wife died in a car crash, and he found it easier to have a work life where he doesn't have that burdening memory.
Ouch. What did his wife do? What did he do before Severance?
He was a history professor before going into the office stuff. So that's his whole thing. And we kind of get the idea that the people only take Severance jobs because they just have some sort of like big depressing thing going on with them.
Interesting.
I would kind of love that.
Yeah.
Just like disassociate from your depression.
No, to disassociate while I'm at work, and then I just leave and I'm myself again.
Well, that's how the company likes to sell it. It's like, oh yeah, you don't have to worry about the
I'd be there. I'd be there
the
100%.
stress of your work life. You just have to worry about your actual life. But the people who
I
are
would
on
be concerned as to what they're doing to my body.
yeah, so the people on the inside,
Does this happen
corporations
to
fuck
all
it.
of them? Or just like the workers?
the workers, like there are managers and stuff who you can tell are not severed.
That's not fair.
I've got to watch this fucking show.
That's not fair. If my manager is severing me, I want to know what they're
Yeah,
severed
they should be
from.
severed too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we all have to be severed.
yeah.
That's the point.
But then the whole idea of like these people on the inside, or innies as they're referred to in the show, the innies are kind of tortured. Which
Is
is
it
like
hell?
What?
It's not hell, but it's like they're under very strict control. They don't really know what they do, and any disobedience is met with in the weirdest way possible.
I was honestly gonna ask, is this kind of like
watch
the
this
good
fucking
place
show.
where everyone ends up in hell? But
No, they're in hell.
they're in hell
There's
already.
also like the
The
other.
Good Place is so fucking good.
Oh, I do love the Good Place.
Oh my god, it's so good. We need to do a Good Place episode.
Yeah.
course
We
we
really
will.
need to. Because I still maintain it is the best, it's one of the best pilots I've ever seen of a comedy show. And it has the best twist of all time.
And also, can I just say, the tightest script I've ever seen.
So fucking tight.
You can't change
kudos
any
to Kristen
detail.
Bell because she carries it. I mean, everyone else is wonderful,
If you
but
change
without
one
her,
detail in that script, the whole show just goes to shit.
if you changed Kristen Bell out, I don't think it would have worked as well
Mm-hmm.
because she is terrible, but extremely likable.
Yeah. But anyways, another character in Severance is introduced as Helly. We literally have no idea what her outside personality is like. We just kind of get introduced to her in the beginning of the series. And she's just like very against working in that environment, despite having her outside person make her do it.
That's interesting.
So inside she's against it, but outside
Inside, she's trying to quit all the time, but on the outside, she's just like, no, this is good for you. Like, they can actually, like, make videos to the next person and be like, no, you're doing this.
Huh.
And there's actually a very interesting love story going on the whole time between one character's name is Irving and another guy who works in design named Bert. Bert? You know exactly where that's going.
Oh, good for them. That's also hilarious, though.
Bert is played by none other than Christopher Walken.
Hell yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
I haven't seen him in anything big in a while.
Same.
Yeah,
But I think, like,
that's why I'm
and this is just a
surprised.
transition to the other thing, it's directed and produced by Ben Stiller.
What?
Ben
Yeah.
Stiller produces a lot of good stuff.
I wouldn't have.
That's a-
well, yeah, he's good at producing. I
Yeah,
just wouldn't
that's
have
names I haven't-
associated him with like something this absurd. Like
Yeah.
I usually think of Ben Stiller as the comedy guy, but this is a very interesting, surreal, like mind fuck of a show. Like I was thinking, like this is the kind of thing that's deserving to be a little more David Lynch like. just in terms of like making you uncomfortable visually.
Ben Stiller
Yeah, really.
producing a show like this. That's interesting.
He's probably got like a lot of ties.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I mean, it's Ben Stiller, but
Yeah, no.
okay.
They also just got picked up for season 2, which I'm happy about. So sometime
wait,
next
where
year.
can we watch this?
This is only on Apple TV.
Oh,
And
okay.
how much time do I have left? I'm just gonna.
You've
bitch
got
about-
like 7 minutes.
I'm
here.
just gonna bitch about Apple TV then.
Yeah, you can go right ahead. This is your time.
It's worth trying.
Apple TV.
Because there's like, they don't have like all the amazing shows you want, but like anytime they have like a hit, it's such a hit. Like, because of course it's Apple, they have the highest budget possible. They can get any song they want to. Like that was something I realized watching Ted Lasso, which for the longest time was their only really huge hit, was they can literally use any song they want because they also have Apple Music.
Okay.
So there's a lot of Simon and Garfunkel and Ted Lasso.
Okay.
And they can needle drop to any song. But all their shows that like really hit are just like these huge budget productions, and they always get great people on them too. Like, you know,
Yeah, they've got the money to pay people to do it, which is what it is.
yeah, really. So it's worth trying for like 3 shows, but I don't really know if there's like a general like binge watchable show on there. Like nothing that's like a popcorn show.
No.
Like there's no show like The Office or Friends on there. Which I think is like something that a lot of these networks are missing.
A show like the.
They need
The
to make
Office.
dumb reality shows and dumb shows for people to binge watch.
What about,
It's what it fucking is.
Like Scrubs, anything like that on there?
Not that I know of that's on there.
There's
nothing
really
that's
nothing like Scrubs besides Scrubs.
nothing like Scrubs. But nothing like that where it's just like 9 seasons, 20 episodes each.
It's worth it.
Yeah. I think like that's the thing that like gets a bunch of viewers. Like Netflix is always trying to make the next big, cool, provocative thing, but
But they nail it though.
they do nail it.
They did nail it with Squid Games.
Oh yeah.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
Netflix. Oh yeah, the Squid Game was amazing. More Korean stuff.
That's where the world is going. Korea.
Yep.
Korean TV.
More TV from Korea.
Please.
All right, so
Do we have time to tackle any more topics?
we do, but
How much time?
Brody, you've got 5 minutes left.
Can I abstain 5 minutes?
Yes,
Can
I don't want to
abstain
do this
5
anymore.
minutes for one? All right, I'm just gonna cut it short. Severance. It's definitely worth getting a free trial for Apple TV just to get Severance and watch that all at once, or you can wait until season 2 comes out.
Yeah, I was
which
about to ask, should we wait until season 2?
I
No,
mean,
I'm gonna watch this. It sounds amazing.
it is pretty amazing, and then get another email address when season 2 comes out. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's totally worth getting Apple TV for, but you know, steal someone's password.
Yeah.
Alright.
Watch the shit. It's good. And that's it.
Yep, okay, so you've
And that's the end of 5 minutes.
So Brody has chosen 2 minutes for Demon Slayer.
Yep.
On the clock, let's go.
All right. Demon Slayer. I remember you told me you just saw the first episode for the
Yes,
first time.
I did. So Jess made us each chibi versions of ourselves, and one of the
I still need to
drafts-
finish that. I'm sorry. I got a new phone, so it's been a nightmare.
Yeah, no,
Take
of
your time.
course. Like one of the drafts for my chibi looked like the main character for Demon Slayer, and it was adorable, by the way. And I loved it so much that it inspired me to actually watch Demon Slayer. Oh my god, the animation is fucking amazing.
And
That's like the nicest influence I think I've ever had on anybody.
yeah, you introduced her to Demon Slayer through your art.
Yes.
Because we did a side by side comparison, and I'm like, you know what? That's fucking awesome. I'm gonna go watch it now.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, no, Demon Slayer, very easily watchable thing, especially if you're into like action-y Toonami stuff like I am.
Oh, I forgot about Toonami.
I
Anyways,
love Toonami.
This is just like the show for it.
it really is. Basically, his sister is a demon. He decides to go, like, a demon killed all of his family. The main character and his sister killed all their family. It wasn't her.
It was someone else who also turned his sister into a demon, and now he's joining the Demon Slayer Society, to possibly try to find a way to study for a cure,
Yep.
bring her back to being human.
And to kill the demon who killed his family.
Oh yeah, who
Yeah,
is
naturally.
Michael Jackson? I'm not kidding.
No, you're not.
They purposefully dress him up like Michael Jackson in like Smooth Criminal.
Smooth criminal.
He literally just looks like Smooth Criminal.
They should have done Thriller.
That would have been more demonic.
Yep.
She gets carried around in a basket and has a bamboo on her
But
mouth.
she can't get because she can't be in daylight.
Nope. Burns up.
And it's
Vampire
the most
rules.
adorable solution.
He's like, all right, get in your jar.
But yeah, no, I very much want you to watch it. Like, all the way through now.
Listen, first episode, I was warned it would quote unquote break my heart, but I am a trooper and also, I'm a veteran when it comes to anime. It didn't really hurt me.
All the real, like, resolutions to fights are, like, some sort of heartbreaking thing because Tanjiro knows that, like, every demon was human once.
It's hard for him to fight them.
He fights with
Tanjiro-
the power of empathy and
Yep.
altruism.
Tanjiro, by the way, is the main character. All right, it's 2 minutes for Demon Slayer.
All right. And last 2 minutes on Elden Ring.
Yep.
Go for it, Brody.
All right.
All right, hit us with it.
I'm just going to make it brief. I died like a million times. Elden Ring is the continuation of Dark Souls and those types of games coming from the main creator as well as George R.R. Martin, which really got me
Really?
interested. Yeah, the guy that did Game of Thrones. He also wrote all of this.
Really?
Oh, fuck.
So we know it's a good story-wise.
It's a complicated storyline that I don't understand, so
Oof.
that's definitely a George R.R. Martin thing.
Oh, yeah. Complicated storyline, George R.R. Martin.
But just having like a giant fantasy world that's all about making you as an individual feel small, it nails it. Like
You
there's
feel
this giant
small?
tree in the whole world that's giant and bigger than the sun. There's a city that
And then you have to kill things in it.
oh yeah, you have to kill things that are gigantic. Like the last cool boss fight I did is just like a giant pile of snakes. But they give you a giant pile of snakes killing weapon right beforehand. And that's the only time you really feel
Sounds
big.
like Adventure Time.
Exactly.
Like, you might come across a giant pile of snakes. Have
Just
a
in case.
weapon.
They actually just
Just
like,
in case. 2 minutes later, giant pile of snakes.
who'd have known?
Who would have thought?
But no, like I still haven't beaten the game, but I've
Do you
seen
think
so many
you ever
people.
will?
That's a
I
good
heard
question.
I heard it's a long haul. If you want to do, it's kind of like
Skyrim.
Skyrim. It's kind of like Skyrim.
Yeah, it's a long haul like that.
Skyrim's not that long anymore compared to like what's out now.
I might
Yeah.
beat it one
Like,
day though,
truthfully.
like sometime in the near future. But like I've seen people who have
3
already
years
beaten it
later.
like 4 times by now.
Yeah.
But I just really wish that more people would play it because it is a beautiful game that's well made and greatly designed. But I can understand it if people are just not willing to do something that hard. It's a matter of accessibility.
You know what? I'm gonna play Bloodborne.
I like Bloodborne.
That's good. But like if you need like any sort of word of encouragement, I'm like I suck at the game. And I like it and I continue playing it. I've been playing
You
it
know
for a
what?
month straight. That's a good investment.
It is a good investment. If you enjoy what you play,
You'll
That
play
would be
what
the
you
time.
enjoy.
yeah,
Yes.
you enjoy.
You'll have a good time.
You'll have
and
a great
time will
time.
pass.
I suck at Assassin's Creed and I suck at platformers, but you know what I mainly play? Assassin's Creed
And platformers.
and platformers. All right, so that's
That's more than enough of what we had.
a whirlwind.
It was a whirlwind of topics.
Damn.
I didn't even use my mulligan. Fuck.
No, I didn't either.
I used mine.
We didn't need. It's the gentleman thing. Only cowards use mulligans.
Are you calling Jess a coward?
I am sometimes.
Oh no, I'm only meaning that in the Gulf way.
Ah, I see.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's our catch up.
that's
Next-
a good catch up.
Next week we'll have a deeper dive.
I'm glad we got that all out of our system.
Yeah, now we don't need to talk about it again.
Yeah.
No, 'cause
Except
I
for
wanna-
Attack on Titan and Marvel, obviously.
Attack
Oh,
on
yeah.
Titan and Moon Knight.
And I'm
were-
sure I'm probably gonna have more words to say about Elden Ring.
Oh yes.
Obviously.
I don't think we got enough out of our system.
No.
Yeah, no, we'll never catch up.
But you can catch us on social media.
Hey, you can catch us on Twitter, Instagram. You can send us a letter at oneframeoff@gmail.com. That's oneframeoff@gmail.com. DM us, email us, send us a mental telepathic communication.
Across the
Smoke
interwebs.
signals.
Smoke signals.
Smoke signals. Yeah,
Pagers.
you can put a comment down below on YouTube.
A pigeon.
Why not?
A
Oh, yeah.
carrier pigeon.
Carrier pigeon.
I would love a carrier pigeon.
I would
actually.
too. That would be so exciting.
Could you imagine if somebody on the West Coast sent us a carrier pigeon
Or
from
a
the West
raven.
Coast, or a raven, all the way across?
A raven would be cooler, but I would be impressed either way.
Yeah, ravens could do it.
They could. They're very smart.
In Norse mythology, Odin used ravens.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do in Game of Thrones.
But I
too.
feel like a
Oh,
raven is
yeah.
like, yes, someone has died.
yeah.
Or it's like-
connotation isn't good.
Or it's like, I'm declaring war.
Ooh, yeah. Declare war against us on social media.
With a raven.
With a raven. We'll only accept ravens.
Only
Only
ravens.
accept ravens.
All right. Goodbye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.